I'm Shane Thomas for Bath City Beat, and I've had the opportunity to talk to Deborah Larson about her recently released Mount Clemens Bicentennial Book, Capital of Macomb.
Well, Capital of Macomb is designed to be a commemorative souvenir history for the Bicentennial of Mount Clemens, which is going to be happening in 2018. And the committee from the City of Mount Clemens that's planning the Bicentennial asked me to write it so that we would have something for people to have as a commemorative souvenir of the events. What we tried to do in this book is cover the broad strokes of history. Rather than getting into all the little bitty details, we want to talk about the major themes, what brought people here and what internal or external forces affected the way that the city developed and got us to where we are today.
The book covers all the major and even some of the minor stuff that has happened in the last 200 years. From cover to cover, this book is chock full of history.
I've been writing it since February of this year, but the research that's behind it has been going on for the 30-some years that I've been here at the library. The oldest image that's in the book is an 1822 map of Mount Clemens that was drawn that we found at the State Archives. And it's an interesting image because it's a little different from the way the streets actually ended up being laid out.
Bicentennial's definition is pertaining to or in honor of a 200th anniversary, and Mount Clemens is having their bicentennial in January of 2018. They are celebrating this in many ways, one of which is the Bicentennial Book written by Mount Clemens' own Deborah Larson, which is available for purchase at either City Hall at the Treasurer's window or at the library for $15. And if you buy the book, she will sign it. Her words, not mine.
Well, as I said, it's to present a commemorative history for the Bicentennial. Next year, there are going to be a lot of Bicentennial events happening in Mount Clemens, and we're going to have a lot of visitors coming in from out of town, a lot of people who used to live in Mount Clemens and now live elsewhere that may come back for the celebrations, and we wanted to have something for them to take away with them.
One of the things I found most interesting in the book is that the first true manufacturing facility in Mount Clemens was a glass factory, established in 1835 by two New York transplants, Ebenezer Hall and William Grovier. This was 5 years before the Macomb County Courthouse was even built, even 35 years before curative properties in mineral water was found.
Well, it's chock full of color photos, and most of the books that we have from previous celebrations are black and white photos, so I think they'll enjoy a lot of color and several photos that haven't been published anywhere else before. And after reading this, if they are really interested in digging deeper into Mount Clemens, in the back of the book we have a list of historical resources that they can consult.
Be sure to get your very own Mount Clemens Bicentennial Book and be ready for the activities happening in Mount Clemens and in Macomb, celebrating 200 years of history. Reporting for Bath City Beat, I'm Shane Thomas.